Told him about another song that I wanted to learn, so he's trying to learn it now.
Oh.
And it's All Around This World.
Oh.
And it's
Jerry Garcia tune, right?
Yeah. And it's to me, I didn't think it was going to be super complicated. But he says it's a bitch.
There's a lot more going on. Yeah. So what do you know about? Have you figured out any of it out?
No, I haven't even tried. I've been working on this.
Yeah.
It's slower.
Is it on a Dead album or not? It's
on a Jerry Garcia album.
That's what I thought.
I have it in my
Oh, okay, yeah.
I can tell you where it is.
So let's pick chords. Now the G. Go back. Back to G again. Back to D. Quick. Okay. At the end.
So maybe he's talking more about the lead.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what he's talking about.
Because I didn't think it was. It seemed like it was pretty.
So the improvising over those chords, and they change at slightly odd times. So if we listen again, I mean, like it'd be really easy for me to just sketch out this chord progression for you to practice it, because so you can probably hear those changes in there. But they happen not right where you expect them to. Sometimes they're getting a quick D7 before the G. That's the G again. Back to, now it hangs there. Quick D to A, and back. And that's the end. Listen. This is all D. Not yet. Still D. Now D7 maybe. And now here's the G. Back. Back to the G. Back to the G. That's going to stay here for a long time. Until... That's right. It's a real short A at the end, right when he's singing all around this world. Yeah. Okay, so as the next verse goes on, D, seven, G. So this D7 back to G. That hangs on the D. This is all the D's. I think there's like 5 measures. 4, 5, 2 more. D to D7.
Oh, what's my D?
That's okay. So that's what's happening there. Is yeah. Okay. So what's odd about this, and this may be something else that Aaron's kind of referring to, is he sings a line. And there's an extra measure here. So it's an odd phrasing because he hangs on the D for an extra measure before it feels like it logically should go into the next verse. Let's go back again and I'll make that make more sense. Here's the extra measure. Next phrase, D, now to 7. To G, back. Back to G. 2 measures. D for 2. One more D to A. The A is late.
Okay.
Hey, I'm in a lesson. Can I call you back in a couple minutes? Okay, thanks. Here's the G. G again. I'll sketch this out. Here's the extra measure. Now one more D to D7. Now the G. Back to D right now. To G. For 2. D. Now another half a D.
It's a little off. So I'm imagining that playing with him is going to be a lot easier than trying to figure this out without playing with him.
Yeah. Let me check one more thing. Hang on. D, A, D. Right, it makes more sense to not have a measure here.
Then you just go back and look to D. Is
Right.
it the whole thing, just that?
Yeah. A, D, for 2 measures probably. Oh, he only did 1, he went right into the next verse. Here's the 3rd measure, and here's the extra measure. There was sometimes they don't even play the D7.
Yeah, it sounded like I didn't hear it there.
But the
like the
phrasing is
D7.
still right. And here's the hangs on the D. See how so the A comes. That's what I mean. It's odd.
Yeah,
Make sense though?
yeah.
Okay.
It's perfect for scrambled up mountain music.
Yeah. Yeah. But this is the kind of thing that if you were,
I think this would be a fun one to practice with Aaron.
it would. And this would be a good one to work on by yourself now too. You know? Because of the oddness in it. So what happens there? There's a little guitar lick that identifies this measure. Bum bum bum. So we have these 4 measures. Oh wait, I was wrong. It's later than that. How did I lose that? Yeah. Here's the what would be 7. Hear it?
Yep.
Here's the G again.
Around this world.
See that? Heading to the G, hear it? Back to the G right now.
D.
And the extra D.
A.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah. that time he had an extra measure down here. Doesn't matter.
Extra measure.
Right. And then there we heard the 7 kind of change in there. Hear that? That pulled us to the G. Yeah. Extra measure. Here we are 7 if we want. You're with them. Okay,
fun.
Aaron overrated this one, but no, it's definitely confusing. And you know what? That makes it tough for a group campfire sing-along. Is odd
this
numbers
has got to
and
be that throws. It's just so odd to have that extra measure just out of nowhere like that.
Yeah,
and not to fit in anywhere else. And then every once in a while there's an extra one here, then sometimes there's not.
Right, and so you have to know, you know that so it's flexible down there, and the cue as to when it starts is either he starts singing. You know, we can have as many of D's as one. We can have a few of those. You know, now we start. Got to be ready for it. Actually, we didn't get that extra measure in there because I kept playing through it. You only did 4. Like you couldn't stay on 5.
Oh.
Okay, so from the top, 3, 4. Yeah, that was played too long on See, the D is really just one bass note. Let's try it one more time without. I won't play the lead. Let's just see if we're singing it. 3, 4.
When I take my stand,
here's the extra measure.
on the blue, where I take my stand, my shooter in my hand, oh Lord, all around this world.
See if we can do it again. So see, if even while there's leads going on, you should be singing it in your head, and you should remember to leave in that extra measure at the end of the first line. It makes total sense. It would seem more logical to be doing to like just blast right into that second line without that 5th measure, and he just never does it. You know, so that's what makes this again unusual and makes it a headache for everybody in the band to remember, you know, that you got to follow the singing, and especially then when a solo is being played. I mean, it's even hard for the soloist. Like, I think I messed it up there the first time because it's like after 4 measures, it was just so logical to hit into that D, D7, G thing to make it square. So odd phrasing like that can be a problem, and a lot of Dead tunes, a lot of Jerry songs have things like that in it.
Yeah, I've noticed they're not the easiest. A lot of those songs are not the easiest.
And it's usually because of a rhythmic thing like that. You know, it's not necessarily hard chords like in this case, you know, or anything. Uncle John's band is like that. Every once in a while there are measures that have only 3 beats in them. So he's, you know, they're playing. Did we ever work on that one?
I don't know if we ever worked on Uncle John's band. I know we worked on Friend of the Devil,
Yeah.
and then we worked on a couple other Fire on the Mountain and Scarlet Begonias.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we didn't do Uncle John's band yet because it has those types of problems. You'd be absolutely ready for it now, by the way, and that might even be one that they play too.
Oh, yeah, there are a lot of dead tunes.
Yeah.
We play a lot of dead tunes.
Yeah, so well, I think just keep up doing what you're doing right now. 'Cause
Okay.
I mean, but see, like you adapted to this pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And that's so I don't think you have to feel like that when you get down there and start playing with those guys that it's like, oh, I didn't get a chance to practice that one. You know, they're going to run through these things a lot and for a long time. You know, so I think you'll be able to pick them up as they go. Again, in 10 minutes of us messing with this, you had it.
It's going to be cool. One of the guys plays a banjo. Now Aaron's got a mandolin, so I don't know how far along he'll come by then, but
He'll be really good on the mandolin because all he'll do, all he really has to do is learn a few chords on the mandolin. They're going to be different than guitar chords, but they're easy.
Yeah.
So he's just going to have to learn some new fingerings. That's going to come to him really quick, and then he'll learn some scales. Like when I was playing that lead there, I was basically just using notes out of a D scale. So he'll learn how to play a D scale on the mandolin. It's going to be fingered differently. It's actually, mandolin's easier than the guitar in a couple of respects, and one is all the strings are tuned the same distance apart. So
okay.
You don't have this odd, like a 4-fret thing, which means the patterns are more uniform from one scale to the next and things like that. So it's...
then he'll pick it up quick then.
Yeah. And he's already got all the techniques he needs to be able to strum chords and sing and you know, play... You know, to improvise leads. So it's not like he's taken up the saxophone. Yeah. That would be a different story. Okay, he would not be ready to play sax, probably. You know, at something like this, it would require too many years of new technique. But there's nothing really new on the mandolin that guitar technique is not going to give him a huge head start for.
I'm looking forward to it. It should be cool. A
Yeah.
bunch of different instruments. So.
Yeah. All right, you got it?
Yep.
Good.